Hey guys, so welcome back to the channel. So, so we are in the version Luna 6, okay? If I'm not wrong, by the way, I'm just kind of lost in the count. Yes, we are in the version Luna 6. So, we get to see Linnea in the banner, by the way. Oh, so this will come maybe tomorrow? Okay. So we're in mapping studies, huh? So we have Linnea and Chaska for now, okay? And we have the signature weapons that is available, and we have a brand new map. Okay, yeah, like finally, like Mondstadt is getting expanded. I know, right? Then of course, like these are all the various events, the miliash and the rest. Okay. So yeah, so this is Mondstadt, and here's the expanded map. So yeah, it's not as big as Fontaine. I mean, the northernmost part of this map is literally like almost touching with that of this the statue of the Seven in Fontaine, by the way. So it's literally touching on this statue level. So it's still the east of this Fontaine and maybe even yeah, it's almost literally the topmost part of the 4 point. Uh, I mean the version. What is this? Version Luna One map, right? The version One map where this whole Nod-Krai got introduced. Yeah, it's literally till here itself. So yeah, it is small, but the map is expanded. So first, let us come to this location and see what the northern part of the map kind of looks like. Let us ignore this one. So we definitely get to see some cliffs over here.
On me.
So this is how where the cliff is, by the way. So this is how the northern part kind of looks like from here, by the way. This is Dornman Port, if I'm not wrong. Okay. So this is Dornman Port, and this is the brand new cliff. And from there, you could say we could get ascended to you could say, what is that, another location, and those are some of the northernmost entrances, like the northernmost points in Mondstadt, and maybe from there we might actually get to enter Shishnaya, by the way. Let me just change it to morning so that ah, what a beautiful range, by the way. So like these are some of the like these are some of the like maps that have been added post this update. Okay, this was a plain area. This was the area which is kind of like fulfilled before the update. But after that, of course, we get to see this new maps, new set of features, and even after that, you could say the mountains have shifted northward. So Sh- This is gonna be, I guess, the entry to Snezhna, by the way. Yeah, we still won't be able to access this mountain. Or maybe we will. But yeah, it's just that we have to go by these borders, jump. I think we'll be able to access the mountain, but by hugging on the borders. And then, say, once we reach it, we'll able to say have a nice view of this. So, I'm thinking, like, should I actually start with Linnea's quest or or first open up the map? Okay, I mean, and the way to actually go there, right, is by this bridge, bright crown canyon. Okay, we didn't have this teleport point before, so this is added here. So I guess like you'll be able to access the brand new map. Okay, you'll be able to access the brand new map right here from here onwards. And you can then walk your way to this teleport point, and once you touch this, you'll be able to basically unlock this brand new region, by the way. Okay. So yeah, I was thinking the entrance to Dornman Port will be safe from here, but it turns out it is from here, by the way. Fine, I have no issues, by the way. So before say we start the quest, okay, let us get to try the newest character. And since this brand new region is there, right? So we are getting this 400 Primo Gems. And we will obviously get this one on completing Linnea's quest, and the three by exploring the whole Windrest Peak and the Temple of Space. Yep, it's two locations that is kind of added to this version. So yeah, if you do complete within this 90-day period, which is of course like two versions, version Luna 6 and version Luna 7, then you of course gotta get this 400 Primo Gems. You'll anyways get this, no problem. This is gonna be Linnea's chapter. We have Chaska, by the way. I don't have this guy, Eluga, by the way. But I realized that I don't use Lunar charged. I mean, sorry, not Lunar charged. We don't use Lunar crystallized that much, so it's fine, I guess. So Linnea is basically, you could say, the support for Shibai. Just like kind of how Escoffier is to Skug, Linnea is to Shibai. So yeah, so like Linnea is basically the Geo character who enables Lunar Crystallize. For any Lunar reaction to work, you need to have a Hydro unit embedded into the team, and she will provide whilst providing sustained off-field damage and support. I don't know if this part is gonna be true, by the way, but let's see. So when you definitely use the skill, okay, you can summon Hamimu Sprite, which is Lumi. Okay. Now Lumi is gonna do the geo damage. She's gonna do the damage, and she's gonna use the pound melee and heavy overdrive hammer to strike at enemies. But while tapping the skill continuously, you're basically gonna be powering up Lumi, and you to use the ultimate power form, the million ton crush, to deal a very powerful instance of AoE geo damage. that is going to be regarded as lunar crystallized damage. And afterwards, Lumi will enter the standard power form and can use Pound Pomelo to attack the enemies. So this is one way. You just summon her, and this guy, she's gonna like apply geo damage, and you can basically swap characters, okay, and deal damage. This is another way. You power up Yumi, and she's gonna deal an insane amount of damage. Now coming to the elemental burst, this is where healing part is gonna be, okay. So she's gonna heal just like Scorpio, and she's gonna heal for everybody. And if there's any character on the field, they are gonna be given priority. Heal, by the way. And at the same time, she'll again summon Lumi, refreshing her duration on the field. So her form is not gonna be changed, and that's good, by the way. So this is how she kind of looks like. She can run fast. And this is a backpack, by the way. So taking a look into her stats, she is prioritizing more defense, which is more than 2,000. Okay, which is more than 2,000 defense. Then a little bit on elementary mastery. And oh my, she has a lot of crit rate and a lot of crit damage. And tons of energy recharge, by the way. 150 energy recharge, 76 crit rate, and 200 crit damage. That's a lot. And this is a signature weapon that gives her tons of crit damage. Pretty much similar to New Villette's signature weapon, but this time it's a bow. Okay? It's also very similar to Chassis Bow as well, because that also gives a high amount of crit damage. But the difference is here, by the way. This is the passive is what's gonna favor her. Okay? So, this is of course her best weapon. So, it's gonna increase defense by 16%. Okay? And when the character is using elemental skill or doing lunar crystallize damage, okay, it'll gain basically the frost phase favor for 6 seconds, during which the geo damaging inflicted by the character increased by 40%. Okay, lunar crystallize reaction increased by 40%. While this effect is active, there are moon drifts near the equipping characters. Okay, uh, all of the party members will be able to gain the Frost Fey Mischief effect, during which the geo damage dealt increased by 20%, and lunar crystallize even its reaction also increased by 20%. Okay, which also obviously includes her as well. And this effect can be triggered when she is off field. So that's a really nice passive. This is prioritizing mainly on lunar crystallize and geo damage, which Shibai will also be able to take advantage of. Okay, it's a nice support bar, by the way, and she's using the orbit morning star of the moon. And like these are the stats. Okay, like 52 crit rate, 62 crit damage, and this, and 62 and 52% energy recharge. She's Constellation Zero. By the way, let's take a look at this. No, we'll take a look at this later, by the way. So this is a like normal attack, which is the one which you will prioritize the least. You'll prioritize this and this. Okay, this is the elemental skill which is gonna basically bring in Lumi. Okay, you can just press E and you can summon Lumi and swap to the next character. She will apply, you could say, Geo. She'll apply crystallize, the Geo crystallize, Lunar crystallize damage. Okay, and you'll be able to deal Lunar crystallize damages. And if you do feed Lumi a lot of energy force, then she is gonna deal one very huge damage. Okay, which is gonna be called this Lumi million ton crush damage, which is almost like 640% of her defense. Like almost like 4 times stronger than what a normal standard Lumi will hit. The burst is only basically for healing, and the healing's gonna last for 12 seconds. And the skill and the elemental burst does have a 15-second cooldown, so 3 seconds you won't be actually be able to heal yourself. Okay, and this costs just 60 energy cost. That's nice. Now comes the field observation node. So if Lumi is present on the field, the geo resistance of opponents will be reduced by 15%. And if you do have Ascendant Gleam, this is gonna reduce by another further 15%. Which, if you add them together, it's gonna be a 30% geo res reduction in geo res. That's nice. This kind of like you could say clashes with Shilonen, by the way. Okay, but Shilonen is restricted to Natlinian units. She's restricted to Nod-Krai units. Okay, and this is a universal. Okay, this is another ability. So this is basically gonna increase the elementary mastery of certain characters on a party based on if they're moon sign or not a moon sign character. So if a character is of a moon sign character, basically an Nod-Krai character, it's gonna increase that character's elementary mastery. But if that character is not from Nod-Krai, is not a moon sign character, then it's gonna increase Linnea's own elementary mastery. Whichever way you think about it. And then comes this moon sign benediction. It's gonna increase the moon sign well by level 1, and this passive literally tells like you need to at least have a minimum of 2000 defense to basically deal 14% extra damage, 14% extra lunar crystallized damage. So for every 100 defense like she has, the lunar crystallized damage increases by 0.7% up to a maximum of 14%, which means you need to get her defense to 2000. Okay, then you'll be able to increase your lunar crystallized damage by 14%. And what is this Smashed Adventurer? Okay, this is, I guess, a passive talent. Say this is gonna be used when she's not in combat, so she can use a charged aim shot at any units. So it'll be called as ultra convenient quick arrow. Okay, so if it's put on specific animals, then it would basically capture them. So you don't technically purchase the nets. Okay, so you can capture certain animals, and you can use them in Serentine Pot. Okay, and this has, you could say, a limited use case each week. So so if you're someone who wants to capture animals, do think which animals you're gonna capture. Okay, Then Linnea will dispatch Owains using forging. So Linnea will okay. So Linnea will dispatch Lumi, who will quickly strike at the ore marked by ultra convenient arrow. Then collect the dislodged ore, and if Lumi is seen on the field, the Linnea will summon her for a short duration to help obtain the core ore. And the damage dealt to opponents by Linnea's ultra convenient quick arrow is reduced to 20% to her original charged arrow damage. And additionally, like after firing a certain amount of this within a short period of time, Linnea needs to take a temporary break before she can continue using the arrows. So, so you can use this arrow to basically capture certain animals and use them in 17 pod if you want, and two extracting O-veins. So she's gonna be very good for say hunting ores, veins in the physical map. So that's a nice features of Linnea, by the way.
A gift from the land of the young! Ding dong, water bomb! Reply!
Begone, shadow of darkness! Go get him, maiden!
Don't waste my time. Submit!
Yeah.
Show 'em, Lumi! Flash attack! Chew on this!
Light compels you! While the light shines bright!
As you like it! Ha! Ah! Look, your rainbow! Go!
I just want to check one more thing. Like, is this an AoE damage? No, like it's a healing AoE based or something. So I would love to get hit by these guys.
Submit!
Begone, shadow of darkness! Go get him, maiden!
Ding dong, water bomb! Reply!
Okay, hit.
Okay, that hurt. Come stay high!
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna test if say this is gonna be say
You wait! Shine like a gemstone!
okay, so this is a heal by the way. Okay, hit me, man. I just want to.
A gift from the land of the young!
You got this! Behold, the dawn!
Look, your rainbow! Whoops! Chua, come stay high! Shine like a gemstone!
Yeah, I guess they get heals AoE by the way. Let's say. For a short duration, she will continuously heal nearby active party members based on Linnea's defense. Yeah, so she's a AoE healer, pretty much like Escoffier. Oh boy. I'm pretty damn tempted to basically go and do the quest, by the way. So if you do have Shibai, or if you do have Nave, you can, and if you're like literally invested into Lunar Crystallize, because you have units like Columbine in your team on your account, then you can think of getting Linnea. If you have Shibai, then Linnea is kind of like a must. You'll be able to take advantage of the Lunar Crystallize in a much better way. But I say even if you have Navia, which I do have, you can still think of getting Linnea and then continue to take advantage of Lunar Crystallize, by the way. But she overlaps with a lot of characters. She overlaps with. She's basically playing a Scoffy role, but in the form of Shilunin. Shilunin, then Escoffier, but these two are healers, okay? Escoffier heals for Skirk, okay? And other units, and she applies ice. Ice does have ice does have other reactions, whereas in case of Geo doesn't have a reaction until you have units like Columbina who will then do Lunar Crystallize, which deals crit damage. Whereas if you do have units like Navi, you'll be able to take the shards, the Geo shards, and then it could basically be an ammunition for uh, Navi dealing extra high damage. So you can think she is a good pick, but if you don't want to pick her, that's also fine.
I like to drink on any and every occasion.
So I guess like let's go to Catherine, but for Nash or Tom, by the way. Okay, so we are gonna begin the quest, by the way, up towards the homecoming wings. So this quest is gonna be held in Natlin. Not Natlin, sorry. Nod-Krai. So let us start in 3, 2, 1, let's go. I'm pretty damn interested to see it, man.
Ad Astra Episosk. How can the Adventurers Guild help you today?
It's been a while since we last came to see you. Got any exciting
Things have been rather quiet in Nod-Krai lately. The commissions currently on our books are all very routine. That being said, the Frostmoon Scions are preparing to host some sort of event. They've approached us with quite a number of requests for supplies. Apparently, it's going to be quite a large gap.
The Frostmoon Scions? Well, it can't be another moon prayer night. Do they have some other...
I heard it's a friendly sparring competition for animal friends. Something called the Spirit Envoy Championship. That's right. The Frostmoon Scions have always advocated coexistence with nature, encouraging their followers to build positive relationships with at the same time, to ensure their animal friends build the strength to withstand hardship and disasters. They put select animals with whom they share a special bond through a unique... The Spirit Envoy Championship is designed to find the strongest human-animal pair by means of... In previous years, the competition was restricted to the Frostmoon Scions only. But this year, Participants from all over Teyvat are invited to join. I understand that the Frost Moon Scions have even prepared.
Ooh, does that mean we can join too?
Oh boy.
What? You want Paimon to fight?
Well, you two certainly share a remarkably deep bond. Apparently, in a previous competition, someone entered an extremely rare and powerful partner. After this, the rules were clarified to state that only common animal species and their variants can compete.
Okay. So I guess like Paimon's ruled out, right?
Ah, what a shame, huh? Paimon was totally looking forward to making a super cool entrance, and then... Paimon is the winner! Ah, sucks that the rules got... Anyway, who else do we know who might want to take...
If you're unsure of what to do, why not ask one of our advisors?
Advisors? Since when does the
The guild has always had a team of advisors on hand to assist. Of course, few of them would be qualified to assist such world-renowned adventurers as yourselves. But as luck would have it, one of our top advisors has recently returned to Nod-Krai from a trip away. Her expertise is varied and broad, and she often gives lectures at Speranza. If you have any questions, you could try asking her.
She sounds impressive. But you're right, Catherine. It would take a lot to teach us. Let's go put this mystery adventure...
There we go. Speranza. Okay.
Yeah. On me. Yeah.
All right then. Next, let's go over some more tips for adventuring in Nod-Krai. If you found yourself getting hungry in the wild, what are some things you could eat?
That's easy. Lacca berries, midsummer berries. There's...
Correct! 10 points to you!
Oh. That must be who Catherine was talking about. She looks pretty young for an advisor, though. How knowledgeable can she really...
But there are plenty of places where berries don't grow, right? What should we be looking for in those places, Miss Linnea?
Good question. I'm glad you asked. That's exactly what I wanted to talk about next. Does everyone recognize this mushroom?
Based on the color... This is an edible one, right? Doesn't...
Wrong answer. This here is a brown-capped mushroom. It looks harmless enough, but eating it will give... An unsuspecting adventurer once used a handful of these to make a pot of mushroom soup. Next thing you know, he was trying to foxtrot with the wild hunt. Luckily, he was spotted by a fisherman passing by who managed to save his life.
That sounds so dangerous.
You bet! Adventuring in the wild is no joke. All right, on to the next. Does anyone recognize this plant?
Isn't that a winter ice?
They say that the King of Winter Icely and the King of Midsummer Oak are sworn enemies. If midsummer berries are sweet and delicious...
Paimon knows the answer to this one. Winter Icely leaves might not taste good in food, but you could...
Huh.
At the flagship. Once when Paimon was eating some yummy food there, Dimyon mentioned that one of the drinks in their roulette special is...
Who are... it looks like we have an expert attending our Q&A session today. Well, I hope you're ready for the...
Oh, bring it on!
Every adventurer knows to pack a compass and a map before heading into the wilderness. But where would you go to buy...
Listen up, everyone! The answer is... The Adventurer's Guild!
Oh, really? But I hear Mimas Brunner Books sells them too, and at a very low price.
Paimon's done her research. The boss of that place tries to pass off cheap knockoffs as the real deal.
Well said. But even with a high-quality map and compass, the wild can still be a dangerous place. What should you do if you're being chased by a monster you can't fight off? Correct! Although the Ratniki's main duty is to deal with the wild hunt, you can always ask them for help if you run into serious trouble. While we're on the subject, some adventurers have found they can use the territorial nature of radiant beasts to their advantage. Lure a monster into their territory, and they will fight each other instead of you. I wouldn't recommend doing this, though, as you may instead find yourself fighting 2 enemies instead of 1. Final question. This is an important one. Which place in Nod-Krai is an absolute must-visit for travelers from abroad?
Ooh, that's a tough choice. There's the Frostmoon Enclave, Star Sand Shoal, Blue Amber Lake. They're all so pretty. Then there's the...
In truth, there's no right answer to this question. But if you ask me, the place most worth visiting is right here, Speranza. Why? Simple. This was once my home. So this final question was more like a little bit of shameless self-promotion. You can get delicious Nod-Krai hot dogs and Lackaberry Madams. And if you're not too hungry, just order a slice of midsummer tort. And listen to the entertaining rumors the children like to tell.
I know, right?
That's it for today's lecture. Tomorrow, I'll be heading to the Frostmoon Enclave to take part in a competition. If you have any questions, you can ask at the Adventurers Guild, where the other advisors will be... I haven't met many adventurers who can keep up with me. Consider me impressed.
Like, these should look like the greatest sisters of all time.
Likewise. You really know your stuff. You're everything Paimon would expect from an Adventurers Guild advisor. Huh?
Just look at these two faces, man. This is both screenshotting, by the way.
What's the deal? Don't get so close, traveler.
Actually, I was going to ask. Your little friend is so clever and cute. I love how she flies around, too. Can I pet her?
Whoa! Stay back!
Don't be afraid. I'm not gonna hurt you. Come on, come here. I'm sorry. I got a little bit carried away again. My name's Linnea. I'm an advisor working for the Adventurers Guild. And I promise you, let me make it up to you. You want something to eat? Here, try some midsummer tort.
Phew! You gave Paimon a fright. Paimon's never met someone, so, how to put...
I was fighting to keep a lid on my curiosity during class, but then I just lost control. Anyway, let's get this back on track. Could you tell me your story? How did you two meet?
Uh-oh.
What? You fished this little cutie? Can you tell me where? A visit to that beach is going right to the top.
You'd be wasting your time. Paimon is one of a kind. You could sit on that beach for 100 years, but it's...
Is that right? What a pity.
Oh, right! Paimon almost forgot why we came here. We were thinking of taking part in the Spirit Envoy Championship. Let Paimon guess. Is that your partner there? Oh.
Yep, her name is Lumi. She's my trusty assistant.
Hey there!
Have you two ever ventured north of Nod-Krai?
Not yet. Wait, so you're saying Lumi comes from the northern tundra?
Pretty much. There are 6 types of fae commonly found in the tundra. Lumi here is a Jack Frost. That's one of them.
Jack Frost? Interesting name choice. She doesn't exactly look very frosty.
An excellent observation. In fact, Lumi is no ordinary Jack Frost. She's a special one. The first time I met her, she was wearing this weird cardboard outfit with ugly splotches of paint on it. As if she was trying to disguise herself as a regular Jack Frost. I stayed and watched her for a while, and I discovered that some other mean Jack Frosts were ganging up and bullying her because she looked different. They stole all the food she'd gathered and kicked her out of her sleeping spot. Lumi couldn't fight them. She had nowhere else to go, so she found an old cardboard box, painted it blue, and put it over her head, hoping whenever she was discovered, she'd get beaten up, and the rest of the time she lived in constant fear. Until one day, Seeking shelter from the rain, she clung to me and wouldn't let go. We've been partners ever since.
What a story! Oh.
As for why Lumi is so different from other Jack Frosts, I'm still looking into that. I'm thinking it's either a mutation or an atavism. Or hopefully I'll find the answer one day. But either way, we're best friends for life. Nothing can change the special bond. Speaking of which, given how long it can take to build a strong bond with another creature, if you're serious about entering the competition, my advice is to pick an animal.
An animal friend I'm Actually, we're kind of spoiled for choice on this one. Huh? A guara? What are you doing here?
Oh, neat! A Not-Lanese Tapetless. He seems to really like you guys. I'm sure he'll make a great...
Someone's got to come from Natlan, right? That's why we're a Tapalisaurus cross the Natlanese border into Nod-Krai.
Oh, look at them! Fast friends!
They both seem pretty sociable. No wonder they get along. Well then, there's no time to lose. Let's go get you signed up.
Oh, it's here. Damn. This is a good venue.
Whoa! Paimon wasn't expecting this many.
Traveler, Paimon! What a nice surprise! I didn't think I'd run into you here. Oh, and Professor Linnea is here too! Are you guys here for the competition as well?
Yep.
Feels like we haven't seen you in ages, Lolani. So, how do you know Linnea anyway?
Through her work with the Adventurers Guild. She was in Natlan not long ago. She knows so much that we took to calling her Speaking of which, you never answered my question. If a Kaholosaurus and a Kukasaurus got together, would their babies be able to fly in the sky and dive underwater? 'Cause that would make a pretty...
That's almost certainly impossible. They're...
Ah, well, that's too bad. Hear that, Mamala? Guess I can't do any...
So, you have a thing for...
Oh! I was wondering what all the commotion was. Looks like this is where...
Ito, what the heck? Either Paimon's seeing things or you're not here for the competition.
Why else would I be here? Cost me an arm and a leg to get a boat all the way to this Nod-Krai place.
Nod-Krai, yeah. Isn't it Nod-Krai? It's Nod-Krai.
It's Nod-Krai.
Hey there, I'm Lilani.
Nod-Krai. Huh?
Are you a friend of the Traveler and Paimon's too?
I sure am. Nice to meet you. The name's Arataki Beetle Gladiator Ito, head honcho of the world-famous Arataki Gang of
That's quite a mouthful. Wait, did he say Arataki Gang?
Just call him Arataki Ito. This guy's a bona fide buffoon.
Hey, who you calling a buffoon, you flying
Flying lavender melon. Wait, so you're some sort of mutated lavender melon?
Paimon's not a mutated melon. Or any kind of melon. How could a melon be this cute?
Yeah, about that. Well, unfortunately, the gang only had the funds to send their main man this time, but don't sweat it. Once I snag that championship title, I'll use the prize money to bring Shinobu and the boys over to join the party.
Shinobu. Oh, I remember now. Kuki Shinobu, right? She's mentioned the art.
Huh? No way! You've met...
She stopped by the Flower Feather clan recently to take the flying trial. Chaska said she was a natural. Hold on. If she's that good and she's only the deputy, you must be way stronger than I imagined. Look sharp, Mamala. We're in for a tough competition.
That's right! Bring it on! I'm looking forward to seeing who I'll be facing. Word is that the early birds get the best draws. You snooze, you lose.
Wait, is he serious? Mamala, we'd better hurry.
No, that's Shall we?
Hey, Traveler, have you noticed? There's loads of other people we know here, too. Why don't we go say hi before we register?
I got here first!
Oh,
No way! My Sharky surfboard
Well, I'll see you in the arena.
Did you hear that, Momola?
Yehuda! Here for the competition? Yehuda?
Ahem. I'll have you know, don't you know? This isn't my first Spirit Envoy Championship. Uh-huh. I took part in the last one. And not just that, I only went and won although, there were nowhere near as many contestants then. Oh, why did so...
Whoa! That's amazing!
uh-oh. She's definitely in trouble. I know, right? Llama, and I thought it was Nilu there for a second, by the way.
This is the biggest turnout we've ever had by far.
I've made all the necessary arrangements. I'm feeling...
Don't worry, you'll be fine.
Thank you all for your support.
Nah, I thought like there would be Nilu, by the way. I thought this was Nilu for a second. Because of the outfit. But let's continue, by the way.
Thank you all for signing up for the Spirit Envoy Championship. Due to the high number of participants, a preliminary qualifying round will be held to determine which 16 contestants will progress to the Please also note that there are 2 arenas, which will be randomly assigned after the draw.
Where do we go to draw
Right here. After registration closes tomorrow, make your way here to draw lots for the qualifiers. I wish you all the best.
Lumi, Aguara, how you doing?
Yeah,
Great, that's the...
Weapons need regular maintenance. Take good care of them.
Who do you think our first opponent is gonna... Oh, Paimon hopes they aren't too strong.
Arataki, huh? Good, good, good.
Oh, the results of the draw are out. Oh, let's take a look. Arataki numero uno Ito?
I know, right?
We literally just managed to get rid of him, and now you have to face him in the arena? Well, either way, it never pays to underestimate your opponent, okay?
I see you've been assigned to Arena 1. I'm in Arena 2. Guess good luck. Don't fall...
We won't!
Oh, so this is the Arena 1, I guess. Wait, let's see, by the way.
On me.
Okay, so this is the spectators arena. Okay, I think this should be our arena, by the way. Let's start. Okay.
Welcome, spectators! I'm your host, Jaswava. The qualifiers are about to begin. I trust everyone has found their groupings. The contestants for this match are the Traveler and her partner Aguara versus Arataki numero uno Ito and his partner Crimson Staff.
Well, this has come sooner than expected. I was hoping to face you further into the comp. Go Crimson Staff!
Yo, hope this guy gets eliminated.
You can do it, Aguara! You show that beetle!
Great energy from both contestants. Now, without further ado...
Okay, you'll have to command the partners whose side HP is depleted will be disqualified. Fine. There's a counter relationship between the moves, so you use it attacking that counters the opponents can deal a massive damage, ensuring you don't take damage. Okay, so this is one. This is effective on this, this is effective on this, this is effective on this. Ah, so the basic combat fees different opponents with different fighting styles. Observe their movements carefully and combine this with other absorbed information so you can see through certain attacks. You'll enter a special combat phase when opponents' HP falls below a certain value, and you must make quick decisions with a limited time to combine your partner to deal sudden and unexpected events. Fine. So we'll get to this, okay? Defensive posture. You see this like text here, by the way, and based on this and based on these counters, you'll have to basically like select the attacks.
Woo! You got some moves. It's time to unleash our show-stopping Crimson Staff. Look, I wanted to kit you up. Ushi, you and me have crushed countless foes in our time. Now, finish them!
Uh-oh.
Stop the match.
Huh?
The bull.
Yeah.
Arataki Ito is disqualified for fielding an additional animal companion. The Traveler... It's one animal per contestant. That's the rule.
But me, Crimson Staff, and Ushi are one. We should only count as one.
Oh man.
Sheesh, that was a close call. But you made it through the qualifiers. Paimon wonders how Linnea's doing. Let's head over and take a look. Dodge left, Lumi! Yeah?
How did you know I was gonna...
Now counter it! Ah! Looking good! Let's do this!
Ignorance really is bliss, isn't it, Linnea? But it...
And it's all over. Congratulations to Linnea and...
I can't believe it.
Good job, Lumi. Yeah. Oh.
Traveler, Paimon, how did your match go?
We won too!
Thanks, that means a lot. Yeah, I think we performed pretty well out there. Not just Lumi, I don't know how to explain it, but sometimes it feels like I can predict my opponent's next move. It's almost like I enter a different state of mind. It comes and goes, but it started after I met Lumi in the tundra. Come on, let's head to Speranza! Hooray! Turns out I'm treating a friend today, so I'd look. Oh. I take it you're referring. That's right. Tell the chef to sharpen his knife.
Is that a reference to some?
Yeah. The Hidden Hero. It's a novel my best friend Halka sent from Liyue. There's the chef, and he fights the bad guys with the kitchen knife. It's her favorite part of the book. She's always. Psst. Linnea! Do you think Chef Yerba could be a hero in disguise? Oh, I think it's definitely possible.
Not a chance, I'm afraid. Evening, everyone.
Why don't you choose for us? I'm treating a friend today. We're celebrating our...
Sure thing. I'll rustle up a few of my specialties.
Hello?
Be right there. I gotta go. Let's play against...
You seem to get along really well with everyone here.
Oh, that's right! Yes! After my parents departed, I came to live here with my friends in the conch gang. I didn't mean... like that. They're still alive and well. They just come to think of it, I haven't told you my story yet. I guess you'll have noticed the wings on my head by now. They're
Yeah! Paimon noticed those!
Sure. Well, it's a story that starts when I was just a kid, my wings were barely noticeable. They looked just like two little... No one suspected there was anything unusual about me at first. Not even Mom and Dad. They were too busy, but I always had this strange feeling I couldn't explain. Like I knew that all these little ways I was different from my friends couldn't just be a cook. Then, I was a little bit older, I read this story in a book of folktales. It was about changelings.
Changelings?
The story goes that some of the Snowland Fae will secretly switch their own child with a human baby, leaving their offspring to be raised by humans, while taking the human child for themselves.
Okay. So I guess like this was a trade-off.
I know, right? The way the stories are written, it sounds like something parents... If you don't behave, the Fae will take you away and leave a better-behaved child in your place. It's the sort of thing that starts as a warning and evolves into folklore over time. So, obviously I didn't take it seriously at first. But then as I grew older, I started exhibiting more... I mean, just look at the crystals on my skin. No humans have those. It's a dead giveaway.
So, you're really a changeling, huh?
Did you bear with me? I'm getting to that. At first, I wanted to hide it from them, but eventually I plucked up the courage to tell them. I figured, even when we're scared and uncertain, it's important to face the truth. They were stunned, of course. It took them a while to accept it, but after the truth had sunk in, Dad sat me down and told me they'd decided to head north and look for their child that was taken. They're really good people, though. Not only did they raise me for all those years, but they left me some money in case... After that, I grew up with my friends in the conch gang. All of these kids are from broken homes, but everyone supports each other, and they still live life to the fullest.
And who is this lady, by the way, sitting here, by the way? Right, like... She... might become Linnea's support maybe during the event, but she's also the one spying on her. And I don't know, like, she has a bit of the Schneiderstein traits, especially this hat or bra, whatever they call it, and this clothes as well.
talking about old times again?
Yeah, it just sort of came up in conversation. Whoa, what's all this? You've cooked up a real feast, Yerva.
Well, you did say you were treating a friend. Besides, only—
Old boss? Linnea was your boss?
Hey, what kind of a reaction is that?
Linnea's been a fountain of knowledge ever since she was a kid. She always speaks with such authority. Everyone admired her so much that but the conch gang's only for children. Once you grow up, you have to leave, so now she's the old boss.
Old boss, huh? Damn. So, yeah, when you age, you're out. And then so you're the ex-boss.
I've always found the logic behind that title to be a little flawed. I mean, what happens when the others grow up? Will I be the ex-old boss? Surely it won't be long before I'm the previous former ex-old boss.
We'll all be long gone from the conch gang by that point. As far as we're concerned, there's only one person that we'll ever think of as our old—
Oh, that's really touching.
Well, if it means that much, maybe you could leave a 2,000 more a tip? Much appreciated. Miko's birthday is coming up, so we're pooling our money to get him some new clothes.
Sure thing. I'll go one better and give you 3,000. But just this once, all right? I have my—
Oh. What are you saving up for, Lin?
I have big plans. I want to buy a huge ship for scientific research, then take my friends on a voyage of discovery to explore all the— I want to sail to all the other nations, hear the heartbeat of the jungle, the whispers of the wind, the echoes of the mountains. And one day, when I'm too old for all that, I'll combine everything I've learned into a great Of course, there are other questions I hope to get answers to along the way. Like, what exactly Lumi is, and when my birth— Well, when I was much younger, I used to hear these strange lullabies as I was drifting off to— Go, child of the Fae, make your way to the villages and towns and seek kinship with the humans. The world of the Fae is rife with a sorrow you do not understand. They were sung in the tongue of the Fae by kind, warm voices. I can't explain why, but somehow I knew that they didn't want me chasing after my origins. Still, I did visit the tundra once when I was a little older to see if I could find out anything about them. But just being there made me feel uncomfortable. It's odd. That place is supposed to be my home, but it feels like I'm unwelcome there. Could it simply be because I'm a bird fae, so I prefer a— Something tells me there's gotta be more to it than that. The less I know about something, the more curious I am. One day, I'm gonna get to the— But enough about that. We're supposed to be celebrating our victories! Cheers! Cheers! I'm stuffed. How about you guys?
Yep.
Let's see. It's a little early to hit the hay. How about we get Aguara and Lumi to try a little sparring practice? The opponent—
Yahoo!
They're very evenly matched. It's strange. When I was battling you, I couldn't seem to get into the zone. I had no way to predict your next move. Hey, I'm curious. Why does Aguara have a ribbon tied around his tail? And how did you two—
Now that's a—
What an incredible adventure! Someday, I want to go on an adventure of my own. Show Lumi every corner of the world. There's got to be countless stories out there. You're excited too, but most importantly, we have to figure out who you are and where you came from. Then we can track down others just like you. Maybe then you won't feel lonely anymore. It's about time we all got some rest. Good training session. I'll see you at the arena tomorrow. Oh, we'll have to draw lots again, won't we? Hopefully we don't end up— Wait, no, forget I said it. I should go before I jinx it. Lumi!
See you tomorrow. Thanks for dinner. You're welcome. Bye. to the flagship and get some sleep.
Waiter! Come here and taste this wild berry. It's much too sour and has a bitter aftertaste. I want my.
Please don't shout. I assure you, the berry. I think you've had too much to drink.
Too much to drink? I'm perfectly sober, thank you. Now you better give me this meal on the house.
Otherwise.
Huh?
Oh, I'll tell you who the heck I am. The name's Arataki. Thanks for waiting, mucho apreciado. Ito!
Oh.
Nice work, Ito. Keep this up and we might just have to double your bonus at the end of the month.
Don't you worry about a thing. As long as Ito's...
Huh? On me.
Yeah.
Ah!
Let's see. Your next opponent is... And oh yeah! Paimon remembers now! Who do you think she's gonna partner up? Come on! Let's...
Welcome, one and all. The round of 16. Our contestants for this match are the Traveler and her partner, Aguara, versus Hania and her partner.
Hey, Golden Comet and Silver Companion. Good to see you again. I brought my old Sumpter Beast with me this time. Looks like you're partnering with a new companion. You're even tougher, but you know what? Sumpter Beasts are renowned for their endurance. It's their refusal to give up that allows them to traverse huge rainforests, and when they charge full speed, they kick. Send 'em flying, Fluffy the Flower King!
Watch out!
Fluffy, Fluffy.
The Traveler and Aguara are the...
Oh, what a shame. It was so... Even with the new partner, you're still as tough as they come. This was... Well, since you defeated me, you better go all the way like in the Nilot Paula Cup. I can handle...
All right, we're through to the quarterfinals.
On me.
Let Paimon take a look. Next up is... Muawa. Oh, so we have to fight that big Holosaur next? Hey, Paimon noticed something when we were drawing lots. Most of the contestants have given their animal companion a cool title. Shall we come up with one for Aguara too? Well, Aguara seems to like it.
Are you ready to rumble? After a fierce competition so far, we're left with the creme de la creme of the contestants. But who among them will joining us to kick this round off?
How you feeling today, Mamala? That's the spirit! Now let's get out there and show these Nod-Krai folks what the people of the Springs are all about!
Uh-oh. Yo, I'm just getting whacked by her, man. Surprise attack. Okay.
What a tough cookie! I thought this would be way easier. Alright, get up close and let's settle this! Jump, Mamala! Get up! Saw that one coming a mile away! Tapetlosaurs might have the advantage on land, but it's a different story in the water. Mamala! Finish him off!
Uh-oh. Whoa, this is the third retry. Yeah.
What a tough cookie! Alright, get up close and let's settle this! Jump, Mamala! Get... Watch out! You took advantage of Mamala's blind spot.
Mamala has lost the strength to fight on. The Traveler and Aguara are the winner!
Seriously? Gotta hand it to you, Aguara. You are seriously strong for your age. Hey, you're strong too, Mamala. That one was on me. I made too many bad... Keep it up, Aguara. I want to see you take down even more opponents. I'll leave you guys to it. Cheer up, Mamala. How about I take you for a tasty...
Wow! That was a nail-biting... Anyway, Linnea will have finished her match by now too, right? Let's go, Linnea!
It sure is. Want to take a guess who?
Judging by the smile on your...
Correct! I was about to go watch the other matches. Care to join me? The next one's a pretty big deal. Someone called Celino versus the reigning champion, Yehoda.
Ooh, we have to watch that. Yehoda's a friend of Perfect.
Well, stick around. What the? Celino's companion is a Radiant Blade Horn? Those, technically speaking, Radiant Blade Horns are classed as monsters. But they are beasts of the wild, and they're not exactly uncommon. It's not against the rules, but still, it's gonna be a really hard...
Go for it, Yehoda!
Ignorance really is bliss, but it won't last forever.
Do you think speed alone will stop me from catching you? How about you run a Reed Miller the 13th? Run that thing ragged, and then behind you, on the right. Reed! Her reaction time is incredible. She can read... Dodge left, Lumi! Thanks, that means a lot. Yeah, I think we performed pretty well out there. I don't know how to explain it, but sometimes it feels like I can predict my opponent's next move. Keep it together, Reed! Jump! He's trying to jump on your back, Hemus. Don't give him the chance. Use your wind blades to slow him down. He's too powerful! You've gotta go for a knockout blow! Charge your lightning, Reed! Then blast him with all you've got! Deflect it back, Hemus. That was close, but the outcome is all that matters.
Reed Miller the 13th has lost the strength to fight on.
Those wings.
Ah, there. So when she's also another Fae.
Wait! Who are you? And why do you... why do you have the same...
I've been through this moment so many times in my head. Imagine I thought it would bring me joy, but I guess not. You're better off with the life you have, Linnea. The less you know...
my head! Don't go! Wait!
You fainted? Uh-oh.
Linnea! Oh, what happened? Why did Linnea... Oh, we gotta find her somewhere to lie down.
What happened?
She's breathing normally. No obstruction of the airways. She just needs a little peace.
Oh, that's a relief.
My pleasure.
Will do. Oh, Linnea.
Good morning, Lumi? Lumi? How strange. Where could she be? I wonder how long I was out for. Well, I'd better take a look. Lumi! There you are! Come on, say something. Why do you look so anxious?
Looks like our contestants and their partners are on the one side we have Linnea and her partner Lumi, and on the other side we have Celino and her partner Hamus. Buckle up, folks!
Wait, how is it the semifinals already? Also, how did I even get here? Oh.
You can do it, old boss.
Even if this is a dream, I can't let my supporters down. We're up, Lumi.
What a spectacular duel! But Lumi...
Huh? What's going on? This dream sucks. I've heard that if you try really hard to open your eyes, you... Did it work? Guess not. Huh? Is Dream me writing a diary? My Adventurers Guild salary alone will never be enough to finance a research vessel. It seems my only option is to take up adventuring full-time. A research vessel? Looks like Dream Me is working hard toward my goal. But the cost is just astronomical. It could take... Day 1. Got beaten up by monsters. Day 5. Ran for my life with Lumi. Turns out I'm getting faster. Day 20. Asked a merchant about prices. Ships cost a fortune. But I can worry about that later. Right now, it's time for a proper meal. I'm starving. Day 72. Found a huge abandoned treasure chest. Finders keeper. Happy adventure anniversary to me! 1 year in. And still nowhere near rich enough to afford a ship. Almost got scammed! Note to self, secondhand ships aren't to be trusted. Good job I was wary and checked it over thoroughly before committing. You really do get what you pay for.
I know, right?
Finally beat that pesky thing. Hoping the materials I gathered recently will fetch a good price. The diary ends here. Hold on. Is this a deed for the purchase of a large ship? A dream come true! The Golden Beagle! What a wonderful dream! The ship gently swaying as it carries me to a faraway land. Oh, what a feeling!
Can we see anything? It kind of looks like in the zoom on the outside. Let's see what all these could be.
Let me check the chart. Next stop, Guyan Stone Forest. That place is steeped in myths and stories. I've only ever seen it in picture books.
Alright, oh, this is Liyue. This is the Greenstone Forest. Okay, a little islands over here. From there you would go to... What is this? Dragon Spine? From there you would go straight up to the new Dornman port.
From there, it's on to Dragon Spine. Wow, a snow-capped mountain! I've always wanted to visit, but never dared to. What's this? Clearwater jade? Pretty sure this can only be found in Chinyu Vale. It's so beautiful. It looks like this ship has sailed to many places already. Makes sense. As soon as I buy my research vessel, I'll be off and away to voyage
Linnea, you've been really down the last couple of days. What's up? I've left your lunch by the door. Make sure to get...
Yeah, this looks like a ship that's made in Sumeru.
Where am I now?
Isn't this Nicole's house?
I feel so sore and tired. Wait, but I thought I was... Is this some sort of lucid dream? Clearwater jade. Didn't I see this in these books? How did they end up in this cave?
How could this happen?
Lumi. Hey, don't be scared.
We're never getting back, are we? We're done for. It's...
What happened? Is this...
Uh-oh.
But why? It's just a dream, though, right? Come on.
Hope she wakes up.
It's been many long years since the Golden Beagle sank. The diary again. How long is this terrible dream going to last? I'd love to say I'm over it now, but the truth is it still gets me down sometimes. It's like there's a heavy stone that's blocking up my heart, constantly weighing me down. Maybe a walk in the courtyard will take my mind off things. Besides, my sister should be here soon. I can wait for her outside. Sister? Who am I talking about? So many dreams, one after the other. My brain can barely process it all.
Oh, so this is the room that Linnea lives in, and it's kind of good, by the way. Nice little rocking chair, a nice little chair table, a nice little bed, and whatnot. And a nice little furnace keeping the room warm. Yo, where could this place be, by the way? Now, just don't say that this is gonna be, say... a Nod-Krai, but I don't know which region could this be
Linnea!
in.
Huh? That voice...
Over here. Did you get my letter, Linnea? I'm so sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Come back to the tundra with me, so we can be with Mom and Dad.
Selena? She's Mom and Dad? One last...
This is the natural circle of life. We don't live that much longer than humans. This day, I can't. But at the same time, I wonder how an ordinary person would react to hearing this news. At the very... After all, We've already seen how all of this would unfold. Long before, remember? When you passed out during that competition. You saw it all as you lay there, unconscious.
What is she talking about? No. This can't be.
I understand how you feel. One moment you're gazing into the future from the past. The next, you're there, looking back at where it all began. Time flies. One day, we too will grow old. Is it even possible to live a life without regrets?
A long, long time ago, my friends and I talked about it. Mine was to buy a research vessel and explore the mysteries of the world. Then, when too old for a life of adventure, I'd combine everything I'd learned into an My entire life is recorded in these pages. Maybe one day, a long, long time from now, someone will open them and see that there are sections on the formation and evolution. Whoever you are, I entrust the task of filling those blank pages to you. The end of my time grows near, and I can no longer try. This feels like an illusion, yet at the same time, so real. The end of life. So this is what death feels like. I still feel some faint sensations in my stiffening body, but I can't so much as move a finger. As the warmth flows out of me, I feel no pain. Just the emptiness that remains after everything else has slipped away. So it wasn't a dream, after all. It's all...
Oh, Linnea, you're awake! Oh, you were out for a long time. Linnea,
what time is it?
It's evening. And it's the day after the quarterfinals. We were watching the match between Celino and Yehoda when you ran over and grabbed Celino's arm. Then...
So many things came flooding into my head, one after another. The end of the competition, things from my future. Even the very end of my life. Some moments were joyful, others painful. All of it felt so real.
Good point. You passed out right after grabbing her. Plus, she said a load of cryptic-sounding stuff. She has still... Is it really a good idea to go looking for her? What if the same thing happens again?
Do you remember when we were at Speranza and I told you guys about my childhood? Well, I wasn't a very cheerful kid, nor was I all that brave. Before I told my human parents about being a fae, I spent so many sleepless nights tossing and turning. I knew what might happen once I told them. I desperately hoped they'd say, Linnea, even if you aren't our child, But I knew that was impossible. Their own human child was out there somewhere, as were my fae parents. Our family was a lie. So, even though I was terrified, and even though I knew I might end up an unwanted child, I eventually mustered the... I did what I thought was right. I knew things might not turn out how I hoped, but I wasn't going back on my decision. The same applies this time. I'm now realizing that I have no idea where she is. Oh, don't tell me I have to wait until the next.
Huh? Aquara, do you know where Celino is?
Do you remember Celino's scent? That's amazing! You're the best, Aggie. All right, I think I'm about ready to do this. No use delaying it any longer.
Yeah. Huh?
Huh? The flagship? What are we doing here?
People seem to really dig the drinks here.
It's so noisy here. Back in my day.
After all that, Celino's staying in the room right next to ours?
Is anyone there? You're sure this is the right room? Celino, I know you're in there. Celino,
I'm not here.
R2?
Am not. Quit bothering me.
Not a chance. If you don't open the door, I'll be waiting right here outside until you I have so many questions to ask you. Can you at least answer this one? Who are you to me? Open the door!
All right.
That wasn't so hard now, was it?
Take a seat. Just to be clear, I wasn't expecting visitors, so I can't offer you much in the way of curiosity is a dangerous trait, Linnea. You're gonna regret coming here.
You sure about that? Because if I hadn't come here, I'd be regretting it. Will you please answer me now? Why do we have the same wings on our heads? Why did I pass out when I touched you? And why did I...
Visions of your future? Of course not. Linnea, you're an avid student of the natural world. Surely you're aware of the 6 most common type.
The Vila, Domovoy, Leshy, Volkodlok, Snegovic, and Jack Frosts.
Right. Well, there are many less common varieties too. The legendary Lantern Fae, the Sirens with their lilting songs, and us, the Augury Bird. We foretell both disaster and delight, gazing upon the past dawn and future night. Others fear and revere our might, while we alone detest our plight.
I've never heard of an Augury Bird before, or the poem you just recited.
That's hardly a surprise. You can count the number of augury birds alive today on one hand. And that includes you and...
So it's true then. We really are family.
Family. Augury birds are born with a peculiar ability. We can see crossroads in the flow of fate. Immutable future events that all...
Are you talking about prophecies?
Doesn't surprise me. Humanity has many ways of observing fate. The stars, the ley lines. We can only see our own fates. If a friend wants to know their future, or someone is concerned about the destiny of the world, we're powerless to help. But the way it feels to witness your own fate?
It certainly wasn't fun. Those prophecies brought a flood of emotions with them. From excitement to frustration to bitterness. By the end, all I was left with was I had a goal in life. And before I even had the chance to start fighting for it, I saw how it would end. It's like someone spoiled the ending of a story I was really enjoying.
Wait till you've tried to defy fate and found how powerless you are to change it.
Everything is transpiring as I foresaw, yet I am powerless to change it. Fate is an immutable force.
That full name, huh?
I can but lament as the inevitable unfolds. I do wonder whether giving a man the power to see the future is nothing more for him than
When you know every joy and every sorrow you'll ever experience, and there's nothing you can do to change it. Like you said, generation after generation of augury birds lived with this burden. Until you were born, and our parents found the... If an augury bird is set far from the Fae to grow up among humans, the awakening of their prophetic abilities can be delayed.
So that's how I became a changeling. What about the child I was switched with? What happened?
Don't worry. She had the opposite problem to you. She needed to live among the Fae. She was born with a strange, rare disease that humans cannot cure. If she hadn't been switched, our parents saved her life, then raised her as their own. Eventually, her birth parents came to find her, and now they're living together in Snezhnograd.
Snezhnograd, huh?
I see. Wow, it all makes sense now. But there's still one thing you haven't explained. Those things you said before I fainted. What did you mean by all that?
I meant exactly what I said. I don't like you.
But why?
No reason.
So we're back to this? If you won't tell me, I'll have to... Celino?
Good guess. But I wanted... By the time our parents came up with a solution for you and sent you off to live with the humans, I was already tormented by visions. If I'd been born just a few years, Mom and Dad would sneak over to Nod-Krai to see you sometimes. They talked about you non-stop. Even that human child got more attention than me. I came with them once, to Nod-Krai. When I saw you there in the distance, living your carefree life, I was torn apart by jealousy. But I had to pretend that. Did no one ever consider how I felt? What was I to them? A reject? A failure? All of this led to me deciding, a long time ago, that when you were old enough, I'd come pay you a visit. My plan was to tell you the truth about everything. And then, you would share in my suffering. I know. What kind of horrible person would want to do that to someone? Someone like me.
Then, why did you hide? You really want me to keep guessing?
It was because I found out the image of you I'd built up in my head. Of happy-go-lucky Linnea, spoiled by her parents and coddled by fate. I overheard you and Speranza talking about your past. Desperately trying to hide the truth about who you were. Somehow getting by with a ragtag bunch of kids in the conch gang. You described it so nonchalantly. But it was eating me up. In that moment, I didn't want to see you suffer, and I couldn't go on resenting you any longer. I just wanted to hold you tight and tell you everything will be fine.
Hey sis, you're really not cut out to be a villain. So much for making me suffer, huh? Now you're the one crying and I have to comfort you. But I understand now. That feeling you had, it wasn't resentment. You were just lonely. I've always wondered about my real family. I'm so glad you were willing to see me, sis.
Thank you. All of you.
Don't mention it. Paimon thinks it's always best to get everything off your chest. That would...
You're right, Paimon. I haven't been this happy and... Hey, Celino. I was wondering, how did you end up with a Radiant Bladehorn as your partner? All the ones I've seen in the wild have been hyper-aggressive.
We met that time when Mom and Dad brought me to see you in Nod-Krai. Hemus was still a baby then. Must have gotten separated from his parents. I suppose our friendship was preordained. Just like my upcoming victory in this competition. An immutable crop.
Immutable?
You're welcome to try to fight it, if you want. Prepare to leave this competition and fly somewhere far away. I promise you, something will happen to force you right back here. Or if you prefer, you could go all out and try to beat me. But I have both luck and superior strength on my... The prophecies we see are the meeting points of every possible path. There are many possible roads into the future. But they all...
Now that I know the pain of seeing my own fate for myself, I have to ask.
I learned to submit to fate. I just have to accept what will happen. There's no other... Since the outcome can't be changed, how I get there doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Every crossroad I've foreseen is a curse. So the best I can do is chase a... But what about you, Linnea?
I think I see... How about we continue this conversation after the tournament? I'd rather give...
All right, just don't get your hopes up about the...
I'll be fine, trust me. Anyway, we'll leave it there for today. It's getting pretty late. We should all get some sleep. You're staying at the flagship too, right? No need to see me out. I'll be fine. Oh, and thanks so much for keeping me company today. Good night.
Traveler, are you awake? Oh, neither can Paimon. Linnea and Celino aren't the only ones with a big day tomorrow. You've got your semi-final match, too. Since we're both struggling to sleep, do you want to head out for a stroll? We could go...
Listen up, Lumi. I've seen Celino's Radiant Bladehorn in action, and it isn't just strong. Her best way to exploit both of these traits will be to make her Radiant Bladehorn charge you. You'll have to find a way to dodge... Linnea! Sure am. What? Lumi and I were just going over our strategy for tomorrow. Since you're here too, how about letting Aguara join Lumi? Lure the enemy in and wait for an opening to strike. Yeah, looks like that's my best shot at victory. But Hemus is so powerful. Even if we do find an opening, I'm not sure Lumi's even strong enough to make it count. Thanks. Just because I've seen a future where I fail, doesn't mean I'm willing to go down without... Fate is such a mysterious idea. Despite having it explained to me and having seen it with my own...
What does fate mean to you?
You're in a philosophical mood, huh? Well, I don't know if I'm the best person to ask. I've only just learned who I really am. Besides, I'm an advisor, remember? It wouldn't be very professional for me to start spouting best guesses and speculation.
Relax. I'm just...
Alright, well... I think that knowing the future is a pretty lousy deal. But then, like when I was a kid, my greatest suffering came from not knowing. I didn't know how my parents would react when I told them the truth. I didn't know where to go when they left. Back then, I actually wanted to know the future. I dreamed of a day that fate would send me a sign. I just wanted some clear guidance on what I should do. Something to give me the courage to go on. But fate didn't show me anything. It was my own stubborn will that got me through. I've always known what it's like to be terrified of the unknown. And now I'm learning that knowing for sure isn't all it's cracked up to be either.
Training session over! Feels like these two are really...
All right, I think we're as prepared as we can be. Tomorrow, we're gonna face our fate.
Is everybody ready? Prepare your... Our contestants are ready and raring to go. On the one side, we have the Traveler and her partner Aguara. And on the other side, we have Viliana and her partner Gornyesin.
Damn, I'm like, what is this? Looks like a Shnish Dan, right?
You can do it, Aguara!
We have a winner! Everyone,
great job, Aguara! Hey, Traveler, Linnea and Selena were at...
looks like our contestants and their part. On the one side, we have Linnea and her partner Lumi. And on the other side, we have Celino and her partner Hamus. Buckle up.
You can do it, old boss!
Go get him, Linnea!
Charge, Hamus! Don't panic, Lumi! Remember your training? I'm right here.
This is intense, by the way.
Now jump! Attack!
Stop her!
This is the will of fate. It was over before it began.
Lumi! Lumi! Huh? Oh? You wanna come with me? Let's go then. The wide world awaits.
Yo, what is this?
Don't worry, Hamus. Victory will be ours.
Oh, that was way too intense.
You were amazing! little different after absorbing all that Geo. Oh, Linnea! Traveler! Paimon! I figured out why Lumi is different from other Jack Frost! After all the theories I've looked into, it turns out there was one. What if Lumi wasn't born different at all? What if it's all a consequence of her diet? Surely ingesting large amounts of rare ore could explain the development of her I mean, just look at fiships. Depending on their element, fiships can look wildly different. But from a biological perspective, Lumi, you don't have to wait for evolution to catch up at all. You just have to find another Jack Frost who likes the same things as you do. Then you'll have I'm so happy you unleashed your full power, Lumi! If you hadn't pushed yourself like that, I never would have had this year.
Linnea, why did you hold back?
What do you mean? If Lumi had landed that hit, you and Hemus would have been—
Even so, when that hammer started to fall, the future I once saw went blank before my eyes. Did fear cause me to see a false vision? Or did she truly cheat fate for a brief moment? What does it matter? In the end, the pull of fate exerted its force all the same. The prophecy came to pass as surely as the sun rises in the morning.
What's on your mind?
I just think it's a shame. You gave your all in that battle. But whatever path you take, it always leads to the same place.
Celino, do you remember the question that you asked me? I told you I'd give you my answer after the tournament.
I remember. And
you told me there are many possible roads into the future, but they all lead to the same destination in the end. Well, I prefer to think of it the other way around. We might already know where we're headed, but we get to choose how we get there. Maybe fate will always lead us toward the same destination, but I never cared much about the outcome. I just want to walk my— So, even if I was destined to lose to you, there was no way I wasn't gonna give it everything. And even if my ship ends up at the bottom of the ocean, I'm not gonna let that stop me from sailing it. If all people care about are outcomes, then why doesn't everyone give up on happiness and love? After all, the certainty of death is the one thing that every person knows about their fate. But my feelings, my thoughts, everything I've seen, all that exists beyond the reach of fate. Lumi, sounds like you agree, right?
Linnea, ignorance really is bliss.
Even when we're scared and uncertain, it's important to face the truth. You sure about that? Because if I hadn't come here, I'd be
How I envied your cheerful optimism when I first saw you. I thought your happiness was all— Yet now you've witnessed your fate and experienced failure. And still you haven't— Perhaps I was wrong from the start. The difference between us was never about knowledge of our destinies, it's about—
Celino, you okay?
Actually, I was just thinking, I claimed the victory promised to me by fate. And you found your answer. A truth that
Sounds like I got the sweeter deal overall. But hey, mine and Lumi's so enjoy your victory, Celino. But don't get complacent. Otherwise, my partner here might just take it back from you one day.
That little thing?
That plus our special bond. Let's go, partner. This time it's my turn to help you train.
Uh-oh.
So, Aguara comes from Natlan, right? If we're gonna train hard, we should do it there. There's plenty of natural phlogiston around, which will help keep the little one's stamina up.
Wait, we go to Natlan? Oh, exactly. Oh, damn. We might end up maybe meeting Shiloh then.
Let's go!
It's great to be back in Natlan. Yep, I just thought of changing teams, so where are my Natlanese units, by the way?
Hello, Natlan! I'm back! Give me a moment to set up the tent. I bought this one the last time I was here. Oh, I'll lend you a hand! Now then, Aggie, it's time for you to learn one of Lumi's signature finishers. Watch closely.
Linnea? You serious?
From what I've seen, Aguara's fighting style isn't that dissimilar to Lumi's. They both use agility to set up their opponents, but Aguara isn't strong enough to break through Hemus's defenses. Aguara will need to channel Geo Essence from the ground and fashion it into a powerful rock hammer. Simple enough in principle, but it might take some time to master. Don't worry. It's normal to fail on the first try. You'll get the hang of it. Lumi, it's up to you to show Aguara how it's done. You'll get the hang of it. Lumi.
2 full days, eh? Fine.
Feels like I blinked in 2 whole days. I've heard it said that people can find their fates by studying the stars. I guess that means that fate's been looking down on us this whole time. I could really do with some sleep. Good night, you guys.
Ah, there comes a Saurian companion.
Slip. Huh? Whoa! Look at all this grapefruit! Wow!
Are you saying you had help from another...
Ah, there comes our original Saurian companion.
Alright! Now that Aguara's mastered Lumi's secret weapon, it's time to head back to Nod-Krai. Looks like we should get back just in time for the finals!
And these flowers here, let me just see if Nod-Krai could have its influence.
I will follow where you lead.
No, I don't think these would have any influence whatsoever. I'd love to travel directly by land, but unfortunately that's not the case. Like, this area is not been unlocked, and the rest has to be traveled anyway by sea. Let's change the teams for the better.
Woohoo! This is gonna be fun!
Wait, it's not even this one.
The final is about to begin.
Oh, it's finally here! Aguara!
It's all up to you now, partner. You've done the hard yards in training. Now, go out. It's time to write your name in lights and show the world how hard we've worked.
Ladies and gentlemen, the wait is... You'll be very familiar with our contestants by now. Celino and her partner, the Radiant Bladehorn Hayden, who seized their place. Then we have the Traveler and Aguara. This little Tapet Lazur might not look like the most ferocious beast. Who will be crowned champion?
Back from training camp? Then let's do this. Show me what you've got.
You've got this, Aguara. Don't...
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hold on long enough, the momentum will shift in your favor, huh? When it's attack, these two will take damage. But just look at how tanky these two are. She is, by the way.
Impressed.
Hemus, summon Animo energy on your horn.
Now you see what you're up against. Hiding underground are...
Keep charging, Hemus! Jolt him out of the hole! Hemus, are you all right?
I mean, she's in like Molani. I was using Molani's strategy on her, by the way.
Now, Hemus, march to victory and leave.
Predictable.
Aguara hit her right in the belly! But
It was the obvious move. Hemus was well prepared for an...
Come on! Time to put that training into practice!
Interesting.
Hemus! We showed them no mercy!
Dude! That little munchkin's got some style!
It's a trip to the hot springs if you win.
Hemus, full tilt! Aguara, charge!
Whoa. That was a good one, by the way.
Hemus has lost the strength to fight on. It's all over, folks. The Traveler and her partner Aguara.
So... You did superbly, Hemus. Get some... Seems I underestimated your little partner.
What did I say? Told you my partner would help me settle the score.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now take a short break to give our finalists a moment to recover. But thank you to our contestants for your amazing performances. Now we'll be interviewing our 4 top finishers. First up, it's our champions. We can all see that Aguara is still a young slip of a Tapetlosaur, and yet the fiercest of enemies couldn't stand in his way. So tell us, what's the secret to Aguara's success? I see. It sounds like behind every champion is a debt. I'm sure we're all looking forward to even more spectacular performances from Aguara in the future. Next, we have our runner-up, Celino. Let me start by asking, what's next for you and Hemus?
No, Hemus doesn't belong with me. I'm hoping that soon I can set him free. And of course, since he's so friendly towards humans, I do hope any adventurers who run into Hemus in the future.
Sounds like Hemus is a real freedom lover. If we have any adventurers in the crowd, please keep your eyes peeled and make sure not to hurt. Moving on now, we have some more familiar faces from the semifinal. This first question is for Linnea. During your match against Celino, you jumped in to stop your own partner Lumi's rampage, costing you a
I'd be lying if I said I didn't regret it even a little. But who wouldn't? All we can do is live our best life and hope to look back with as few regrets. And overall, I had a really great time in this competition. I found my long-lost family, and we really care about one another.
Inspiring words from Linnea. Now it's time for our final interviewee. Please welcome Viliana from Snezhnograd. Anything you'd like to share with the crowd?
Oh, damn. She is from Snezhnaya.
Well, I've been really loving Nod-Krai. There's so much to see and do. I'm planning to stick around for a while, so if you see me around, come and say hi.
Great. Enjoy your stay, Viliana. Well, folks, we've heard from all 4 of our semi-finalists.
2 Snezhna
Now, to round
fees,
things
and this
off,
is the
it's time for
Snezhnograd,
a
huh?
group photo. Thank you to everyone who took part in the Spirit Envoy Championship. We hope to see you next time.
Linnea, I gotta get going. I'll make sure to tell Mom and Dad how you're doing. Without me around, your prophetic abilities will be slow to develop. But you should know that since you've been to the tundra and you've encountered others of your kind, it's only a matter of time before—
I'm sure you already know how I'm going to respond, sis. I'm not afraid to know the future. All that scares me is the prospect of a life without you.
I know. Well, write me whenever you want to see me. And when you're ready, come visit us in the tundra.
Thanks, Celino.
Oh, so finally it comes to the end of Linnea's chapter, huh? So we literally come to the end of Linnea's chapter. Damn. So I guess like I'll end it here for now. So if you guys love such content, consider giving us a like, comment and subscribe to our channel for more GenshinImpact content. So next I might actually go and you could say explore the newly released land in Mondstadt, the Dornman port, okay? So we're literally done with Linnea's story. So we would explore the new region in Mondstadt and do whatever the stories are there, okay?
Still,
So
if someone
I'll take my leave and I'll see you in the next one.
peace all the same.
And thanks for watching. Goodbye.